It's bigger. That dark tale is over. And I fuck this game. That's I'm just ending with that. It's over. It's done with. I'm starving. I kept telling me people I'm not gonna make a Veilguard review. I won't, and I meant it. I really meant it. But more and more of these thoughts kept coming to my mind. I kept thinking, I gotta get this out. It was bubbling through. The more I played, the more I played that a goddamn accursed game. I had to vent shit out, and I was just stopping. I was pausing the game constantly just to say shit, and I was like, you know what? I gotta do it. So I wasn't gonna make a Veilguard review, and well,
surprise, motherfucker.
So lore. I'm gonna bring this up first because if not, it will just spill into like all other parts. I've played all those Dragon Age games, but the last time I played was honestly like, well, it hasn't been 10 years, but it was damn near close. I didn't like because it's been a fucking long time. So yeah. And when they teased Dreadwolf, even when they showed a map and everything, I was like, I slightly remember some of these names, and yeah, that's kind of it. So I had like very, very vague memories of everything. But the more I played, the more I started to remember. And the more I started to remember, I was like, this isn't right. It's because it just wasn't there. A few times online, I saw people say the content was sanitized, and I kind of understand what they mean, because that's a good word to say it, because it felt like they took a lot of like the darker themes and like things that were going on in the universe before, and then they kind of just like made it prettier. It wasn't as fucked up as things were before, and I just felt like they did that shit for no reason. I don't know why, because yeah. In every Dragon Age game, they did nothing but talk about Tevinter and its slavery, and how there's like how they treat mages is everything's like shit. It's like this horrible place. In fact, you even have a party member in one of your games that's so fucking abused and like just traumatized by it. Like he like his entire companion quest is just about like getting over that shit and like helping him out with all that. And it's plain as day. And then in Veilguard, you go to the capital of Tevinter, and it's a shitty city. I'm not gonna lie, it's a shitty city. Like there's crime everywhere and all that, but it's just slightly shitty. That's it. Like, you know, one of the main groups of the game like do work in slave trade and everything. They do some fucked up stuff, but it's like they pinned everything on that one group. There's like, all those people in that other place, they kind of think we're really shitty over here and we do all this slave shit. No, it's just this one group. No, it's like there was kind of evidence just to show it wasn't just them, and like the whole place was fucked up, and I guess they decided, oh, it's just a few bad apples, and like tossed it there. That was it. I'm like, the fuck? No, it's not just a few. The whole place was a fucking hellscape. But no, that's just it's not like that anymore. It's full on retcon. Sure, whatever. On top of that, they kind of ignored like most things before Inquisition. Like I felt like they barely touched on shit that was in Origins or Awakening or like 2 or anything like that. Like even in the game, you meet the Inquisitor and like some people from Dragon Age Inquisition. And with the exception of like Morgan, they pretty much just don't have anything from the other 2 games before that, and it just feels like I'm not even sure why they didn't bother with keeping the Inquisition shit at all. Like it felt like they just didn't even bother. I'm like, okay, sure. And a lot of it felt like you could just call it a new fantasy game and just change some of the names around. And honestly, like with exception of like 1 or 2 things, it wouldn't have been that big. You know, it could have just been like entirely different franchise. and that's kind of sad because that means like it didn't have like its own like unique identity that was Dragon Age, at least in my opinion. But it just really felt like they didn't do shit that they should have been doing. It felt like they didn't add background information like they should have been doing. It was like it felt like they didn't add any of the old shit that they should have been adding in, and just like they just said, okay, here's this game. Oh yeah, Dragon Age is in the title. Fucking buy it. That's it. They wanted brand recognition, but they didn't want to use the brand. Now, story, it's all right. Nothing to write home about. I'm not gonna call it the best thing ever, but it's not gonna also like Neo Shakespeare either. I think there are parts in the game that I liked, mostly towards the end when they wrapped everything up. But by then, I couldn't give a shit about anybody because I just couldn't give a fuck. And I couldn't give a rat's ass about the characters, about like the main plot or anything like that. It's just, sadly, that's how I felt. Like, it felt like my character was a nobody and that everybody rallied towards him for no fucking reason. I still don't understand why.
This is all you. The risen gods, the blight, the dragon. Now the sea to the
this is me?
Rook isn't.
There are two dragons attacking two cities. I go win a city, barely stop it. They go to the second city, and the second city says, "It's all my motherfucker." I just like. Oh, so can I clone myself? Is it? I forgot I can clone myself. I just decided not to. Like that's my fault. Like that's my bad. But in this game, I'm literally some fucking guy. So why the? I don't even live in your city. I've known you for like 5 minutes. So how the fuck is me not stopping a dragon in your goddamn city my fault? Outside of one faction, all you had to do was just tell people, "Oh, this is happening. We need your help." They go, "That explains everything." And then now you have a new ally. Sure, okay. You didn't have to win anybody's trust. No one was skeptical of you, and honestly, like no one even asked, "Who the fuck are you? And why can't we save the world without you?" Like, other than the flat ass character and weak writing, I just don't like. I just don't have like anything good or bad to say about it. Really, it's I'm very very indifferent towards it. It just didn't care. I just didn't fucking care. My main issues though are everything else in the game. Now, gameplay was simple. You have a bunch of different classes you choose from, and whichever you like the most, and then each class comes with 3 or 4 different moves, and ultimate ability. You build up. At first, it sounds like it's really, really deep because you have all these abilities with different elements, and each element has weakness and resistance, powers that combine in cool ways. Oh yeah. No. If you played Mass Effect, you know about the primer and detonation system, basically where, like, if we're biotics, like you would toss one attack that kind of like do damage enemy, but of course, like it becomes really, really powerful. Like once you like toss another attack towards it, and it fucking explodes and all that, the biotic explosion and all that shit. And that was all this game was. Like certain moves go together. Like that's all I really care about at the end of the day. That was 90% of the moves. Pretty much every battle, it's this move is good against armors or barriers. No, it's really what detonations do I have available? Let's say I take a certain character on a quest. I see, oh, they apply weakness. Let me go ahead and who detonates weakness, or they applied overpowered. like overwhelmed? Who applies overwhelmed? Who like detonates overwhelmed? Then that's my partner character. Then that's my team of 3, and that's pretty much all. I like. Then for health, you have random green pots everywhere that either like insta heal you, or you cover one of your 3 heals. And of course, 5 of your 7 companions have a healing move. So if you are getting low in health or getting fucked up, you can just run around until their cooldown resets, and then you just have them heal you. You can't control your 2 partners, those by the way. So you just give them orders. They each have 3 moves, whether they're 3 attacks or one of them's like a taunt or a heal or whatever. But so I pretty much just had like the primers, detonators and all that, and then a healing move. And basically anybody who had a fucking heal, they had heal attached to them the entire game as long as they had it available. So like, and so like half the time I would just have like one person would be a healing person, then another person would be like send my attacks, implement all that, like to make sure everything's going boom, and that's it. Like, but yeah, and it was just a lot of cooldowns, a lot of detonations, just rinse and repeat. That's all that fucking matters. Doesn't matter if they have armor, doesn't matter if they have health. It's just, how do I shred this attack down? And like, how do I shred this health down? And this was originally supposed to be a live service game years ago. Then EA was like, Jedi Fallen Order, it did really well, and then Anthem flopped hard. Let's take away the multiplayer stuff. Because they gave they assumed that Fallen Order would suck dick and then not make any money, and then Anthem would be the new prize pony. Yeah, that worked out well. So because a single player game kicked their ass, they were like, okay, let's take away the multiplayer stuff and make this single player, because people seem to like the single player. Which you would think, oh, that's a step in the right direction, but you can still tell. So here are screenshots of the last game's inventory. Like the last few games, not just Inquisition, like all of them. And here's the inventory screen for Veilguard. Now I don't care what inventory screen you use, but it's just like every time I stared at it, I kept looking at one thing at Veilguard. I was like, this reminds me of Destiny. This reminds me of Destiny. It looks like fucking Destiny. Which just like shows how much they were just relying on keeping this shit multiplayer. They wanted they wanted to be a looter shooter or something like that, or not, well, not shooter, but they wanted to be honestly, yeah, it was looter, because even throughout the entire game, it's like you find stuff that's slightly more powerful, maybe 20 more attack or 20 more defense, or maybe this will have this small effect and does that, and it felt so fucking shallow. It was fucking sad. And there's also this thing in this game called faction strength. And the game says multiple times, it's very important. Before the final quest, you told me your allies are weak, and it may be bad. During the whole game, I checked faction strength, and they were really weak. And then when I looked online, it said all said was faction strength is very important. And then if you don't have high faction strength, people are going to die. Your main characters could die and all that. Despite this, I got a great ending. My companion survived. I got good endings for all factions, and there wasn't even a hint of a bitter end. I double checked for a few hours after I beat the game multiple times. Multiple times. And all I see are posts online saying how important faction strength is, or you bum rush the story and tell me what happens. I pretty much bum rush the story, so I don't know. I don't know what the fuck the people are talking about. That shit was unimportant as hell. It made no impact as far as I could tell. Well, that's the thing. Outside of that, like the companion quest did, and I just started doing the game like one or two side quests, then companion quest, one or two side quests, companion quest. Actually, it was more like I just started doing side quests in general. Because the way I usually play is I'll do story quest, then side quest. That's how I play games in general. Oh man, that map. I would just like one quest on like on the map and everything. I do that, and then I see another one, then I see another one, and then next one I notice there's like four more on the map, and then like there's like let's say there's a piece of paper on the ground. I pick that up. That's a new quest. One time I went to the goddamn workshop to like upgrade my weapons, and that started a quest. I actually beat the game without finishing that quest. I was just saying fuck you, fuck off, fuck it, fuck. Yeah, but I just for the end of the game, there were probably like 10 different quests like in my actual journal that I didn't touch or did not complete at all because they were just added on to me, and that was it. I didn't choose them, have them. There was like stuff that the game kind of forced on me for some reason. I don't know why, and I just didn't do them because fuck them. They're unimportant. Like most of them had like nothing to show for it. They were just very, very boring. It was all terrible. And then I'm getting sidetracked now. Basically, what I was saying was that if you do companion quest, you're pretty much just all set. Like, fuck the faction strength. Fuck all these side quests to improve faction strength. You don't fucking need them. It was just busy work. A joke. It's all a goddamn joke. It's all goddamn joke. This game is a joke. But I'm trying to be civil. I'm gonna keep going. Now, the companions are mostly plain, and I don't really care about any of them. They kind of just felt like they were there. I'm not gonna like shit on everything though. Some of them had some decent stories, like actually some nice stories, interesting. They weren't all executed well, but you know they kind of got me interested at least. So I want to see where they ended. So that motivated me to actually do them. Well, actually, for some of them, I also just wanted to give them the Veilguard status, but that was it. But I didn't care about the people themselves. But like they had interesting ideas put into them, so yeah. There's a problem with how they implemented it, implemented that shit into the game though, and that's because they were nonstop annoyance. In previous games and both Dragon Age games and Mass Effect games, you build up a relationship with them over time, talk to them every once in a while, and then eventually the companion comes to you saying, "I need help with this." But in this game, you constantly get quests for them. Then dialogues relating to that quest, followed by more quests. And then when you do those quests, you get more dialogues from other people. And or let's say like you do dialogue from companion A. Then you have a quest with companion B. You come back from the quest from companion B, and then that companion A now has a quest, and it's like back and forth sometimes, and it was a goddamn nightmare. It's like I said earlier, I clear my side shit. So basically, so the first time I saw any of them had available quest, I did them, and yet somehow, even with that, I still got shit back to fucking back. I don't know why or how. Who the fuck thought that was a good idea? It was insane. It was tedious. And it would be like I would do 4 companion quests and then some more dialogue and then more and then okay, so let's say the last day I played this game, for example, I was on like the ending of like most of the characters, but it took 4 hours. So I can't remember how long the stream was. I think it was like 7 hours, something like that. But it took 4 of those hours before I could even do the final quest. Because I had the final quest unlocked the day before. But I was doing side shit for 4 hours. This was just companion quest. Literally just companion quest. Like no other side quest, no other anything else. It was just companion quest. And it was 4 hours. And then the day before, I think it was like 2 hours, something like that. And like it just kept going. And I remember so on my Monday stream days, I tried to stream for like 2 hours, and I took out that day I decided to make sure I just do side content and all that. So I did the side stuff, and then there was still stuff left over for the next day. So that's the main reason why the next day I only had like 2 hours, because I did a whole bunch of shit the night before. Then I did one more story quest, and then I had a bunch more companion quests. They kept sending more quests over and over and over again. It became very annoying. It wasn't even half the game. Actually, that's a lie. It pretty much was close to half the game at that point, because, like, at that point it didn't feel optional. It just felt like, this wasn't like intrinsic. Like, it felt like this was intrinsic to the story. It felt like this was mandatory. It felt like if I didn't do it, bad shit was gonna happen, and it was kind of forcing me down my throat. Like it was like, and I just. And in Mass Effect, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Baldur's Gate 3, and every single other Dragon Age before this, there was a clear approval system. That is non-existent. That is non-existent here at all. Like it does not exist at all. You either gain approval for each character or you don't. I saw some disapproval sometimes. That was because there was approval somewhere else for someone else. Like let's say there are 4 characters in the room. I click this. I choose this one thing, and then 2 of the characters approve. Then one of them does not. One of them disapproves. That's it. Like that's kind of it. And other like if I'm by the character by themselves, it's just me and the other character. They either approve or they just don't. There's no disapproval shown at all, and there's like no sign. And like that's the only time I ever noticed any sort of negative thing there. It's basically shown you can't please everybody. But in the end, it also shows how fucking shallow things are. Companions don't really get upset no matter what you do, and they either say okay or I love that idea. It was a fucking joke, and one you can't really notice until like you're a good chunk of the game in, because at first, like of course in the game, like you might be thinking like okay, and you're making good choices. Because don't tell me I just never picked the wrong answer each and every goddamn time. Don't tell me I went dozens and dozens of hours in the game and just never picked a bad answer for them. No. Having a character on your team does improve their bond, and like I think that does help with unlocking their final skill and all that stuff. But other than that, I couldn't really find any like confirmation on that either. Like I saw theories, but of course, like I'm just reading Reddit and random shit online, so who fucking knows? And regardless of your relationship with that said character doesn't change at all. Like sometimes characters will say, "No, I don't know about that," or let's say they ask me, "Where should I go?" They'll give me they'll say, "I should ask them," or "You should go there," and then like there'll be like a third option, like, "What do you think?" It's always the third option, which is like one time I decided to ask, let's say, "We should go there." Then they said, "But what about that second thing?" I was like, "Why the fuck give me a choice?" And then the option, basically it becomes either one mission to like take both these things down at the same time, or we get 2 missions, And that's it. No, there was no choice in that situation at all. Like, I'm like, why the fuck did you ask me? I'm just, actually, I'm thinking about that right now. Why the fuck did you ask me? Every once in a while, I just start thinking about the game, and I'm like, why did that happen? But the point is, there's never a negative. There's no like approval anywhere in the game that mentions. Actually, there's never even an approval bar on any of the option menus or anything like that. Like, you go to the companions, there's like, I even double check. I'm like, there's no approval system shown. Like in Baldur's Gate 3, maybe in the bottom left corner, something like that, you'll see Asterion has negative this, or he has positive this, or like when you're talking to like Miranda and Mass Effect, like you like she's noticeably like sweeter to you or something like that, or like, but nothing in this game. It's just, it was cosmetic nonsense and nothing else. Speaking of speaking of cosmetic nonsense, Harding. She was in Inquisition. I barely remembered her because, like, once again, almost 10 years ago since I played this game. And honestly, like, the change they made to her in Veilguard, fantastic. She looked cute in this game, and she looked like she had much more alive than the previous game. But the entire time I'm thinking, why the fuck did he even put her in this game? Just make a new goddamn dwarf. Like, why? Oh, because there's a connection to Inquisition? What? So the fuck what? Just make a new goddamn character. Just make a new goddamn character. They look nothing the fuck alike. Like, it was just an intense change that made no goddamn sense. No goddamn sense in the world. Like, I have to show like what I'm talking about right now, because it's just hard to explain.
I'm not just imagining things, am I?
I think there's something.
Before I continue with this, every time I see her, I think about. So, do you remember what she looked like in the last game? Like, because I don't look her up. Do you remember? And it's unnerving as fuck. Okay, let's see. Yeah, okay. Because people kept talking about Harding, I was like, I don't remember her. And then, let me see, yeah. Like, it is the hugest, like, it's not even about the style at this point. It's, hold on, let me pull this up. Okay. It's not, oh, fuck, wrong. Okay, I don't know. No, some days it shows this, some days it doesn't. I don't know. Okay, that's good. Like, it's, okay, she has freckles here. I can't tell everything. It is weird. Oh, this is Dragon Age Origins. Okay, still weird. It's like Jesus Christ. No problem. I'm good. Hope you're doing well. It's just a weird comment over here. Wait, I thought she was from English though. Hold on, let me check this out. Base Harding. Okay, Dragon Age Wiki. No, it says Inquisition, right? Hold on, wait, no. Appearances. Okay, so she was in several Dragon Age comics. Veilguard and Inquisition. Why is it saying Origins? Maybe that's a typo. Yeah, that's the thing. I knew she was from the Inquisition, so that's why I think it was just a typo. Because she's the lead scout for the Inquisition. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so but it's such a huge difference. It's just, I mean, I was right. It was that. Like, okay, once again, now. Yeah, it says, Inquisition, Veilguard. That's not the same person. That is not the same person. And the fact that they even tried to present it as one is just insane. But anyway, like that's not even relative. That's not even relative. That's just ridiculous. Anyway, but back to this. So there's one major choice at the start of the game, and one choice you make like a little further into the game that has like pretty much no real consequence, but like, it's a choice. So I'm gonna bring that up. Then and of course, at the end of the game, like you have assignments where you give all your squad mates, okay, you go here, you go there, you help them out, you do this, you do that, and then of course, if you choose the right things, they live or die. Like, other than that, you control jack and shit. Now, dialogue, but dialogue. All game, you have a top right option that's usually nice and polite. A middle option that is nice and sometimes joking. Then a third option that looks serious, but rarely that aggressive at all. No matter what you choose, it doesn't like feel like the characters actually give a shit. Like they respond normally no matter what you choose. Every once in a while you might get 3 more options on the left side, which like you have a more clear difference in tone, but those aren't there 80% of the time. And most of the time you might get 1 option of those additional 3. But rarely all 6 at the same time. Characters reacted more to my character in fucking Persona 4 than this game. And that game's old as crap. It came out on the PS2. So it isn't like this is a hard thing to ask. Give me some actual fucking options if you're gonna call yourself an RPG. Just give me some goddamn options. That's all we're asking for. That's all I'm asking for. Like just I don't know anymore. I just don't know anymore. It's like I'm holding something in. I don't know. It's, oh my God. Fuck it. Christ. Oh. Sorry. Like, it's like the Hulk, you have to aim the anger into a certain direction. I'm not doing that. It's like, anyway, you can fuck off. Go play Berserker, first Berserker, okay? And go die. Okay? Go play that game and go die. Okay? Right, house. You with me? You with me? Yeah. Okay. You know, actually, this is a good time to have an ad break right now because I'm about to go cool off right now. Just go watch shit. Now you can ignore my thoughts if you want. I'm probably coming off as a stereotypical pissed off black guy. You know, I'm trying I just like try to focus my thoughts into this thing as much as I can, so I seem normal and like little like cool down and everything. So I originally played this game also because I needed something to play a week or two before Clair Obscur. And this comes out, I have already started playing that game, so that's good. And this game, it came free with PS Plus, which I'm fucking glad, because I I wanted to buy this game used to not support the developers, but even free is too much, because you know what it takes? It takes your time, and yeah. And I'm not gonna lie, it was alright. It was alright at first, like, but then there was this one moment in the game. I think it was around the time when they had that one choice at the beginning of the game, and then everybody was getting upset at me for, something I just snapped. At that point, I really just got mad at pretty much every random thing in the game, and it like. I still remember that time when I was stopping because of ad break and everything, because I had to. But when I came back, all I do was just playing with my phone. And when I came back, I just felt better because I was away from the game. That sounds healthy, doesn't it? It sure does. But yeah, there are things I probably would like before the moment. There were things I would let slide. But now there's no goes, and like I said, free with PS Plus. But I'm just glad I didn't pay for it, because yeah, it's And every time I think of Clear Obscura, I was like, I can't wait to play a real RPG, which is a shame when you're playing an RPG. Like when I'm playing any other game, I don't think of those thoughts at all. I might be like a thing that I have an itch to play something else, but I'm not like, oh man, I'm playing Street Fighter. I'd rather be playing Tekken. Like, you could prefer something, but like this wasn't a preference. This was just like, I honestly, in my heart, I want something with quality. And quality wasn't here. And, yeah. Like I said, by now I have started a Clear Obscura Expedition 33. What the fuck's from? Okay, whatever. I haven't finished right now because I'm pretty sure by the time this review comes out, I would have just started a few days ago. But anyway, yeah, I always hoped that, whenever a show or a game or whatever has a bunch of people shit on it, and then and I'm thinking it's not that bad. That's how I usually should. I usually try to be very, very neutral about the whole thing and just shrug it off. But I couldn't. I just couldn't go.
I mean, it's all right. Like,
it actually upset me more and more that I played. I think it was less about the quality of the game and more about what they did in the franchise. And then, there's that meme, look how they massacred my boy. That's what they did here. And this wasn't even my favorite franchise. That's the thing. It's Dragon Age. Dragon Age is fun, but it's not even my favorite franchise. And but I'm just look at what they did to it. I'm like, what the fuck? This is why for the last few years I've been playing more indie games, because what the fuck is wrong with people? And not indie games in general, but for example, Clover Studios was made from ex-Capcom employees, and when that company broke apart, a lot of them made Platinum Games. Expedition 33 was made by a bunch of ex-Ubisoft employees as well. And my point is that companies they're just a name. They're just a name, and it's the people that's really holding that shit together. And those people, most of the time they leave companies, and then it makes them good. Just like how when Arcane was making Redfall, which it was a historical flop, just terrible. 70% of their employees just fucking left. people talk about how this isn't the same old bioware as before, and it shows. They kept this and released it only because of brand recognition. So there's no point to even in me to even paying attention to the next Dragon Age at all. Like, they fucking lost me. Like, I wasn't like, even before this, I wasn't like thinking about the next one to begin with. But all I was thinking about when I was playing it was, I don't want to play this game anymore. I don't want to play the series anymore. I'm done. And it's a goddamn shame. Like, something that's the real shame, though, is that like this game was polished without frame rate drops. I didn't have any game-breaking bugs. I think I had one bug that I could really think of, and all I did was exit game reloaded. I can't remember what it did. I remember what the problem was, but that's all I had to do. Oh yeah, then I remember I couldn't move something. I couldn't move something with with one of the powers, and then I reloaded, and then I could. That was the extent of bugs. Nothing else. So that means this was a finished product. They weren't like, oh man, we needed 6 months more in development time, or nothing like that. This was the finished product. This they were selling people. This is what it was. Give them 2 more years, nothing would fucking change. The director of this game apparently had no experience with big franchises either. I think they said he worked on Sims, and that was kind of it. I don't even know if he was the lead director of The Sims either. So so they just tossed it together, and knowing it will stick with some people, and they're gonna do it again with Mass Effect and the next Dragon Age and any other big EA title they have, or BioWare, whatever. And that's it. They're just gonna keep doing it, and people will buy it. People will defend them. Yeah, there's always that people saying you don't have to play it, or it's not that bad, or you guys are just whiners. Motherfucker, I wanted to give this game a chance. Actually, I'm not giving it a chance, but I wanted to say I tried it and it was alright. I tried it could fuck right off. It could just fuck right off. And it's some bullshit. Because they're gonna do this again. That's the real bullshit. Not even this game, but what it represents. Because they're gonna keep doing this shit.
You can't keep getting away with it! You can't keep getting away with it!